Hey guys, what's up? It's Hunter. I'm back here bringing you guys another video. Today's video is a general overview of my gameplay so far of Call of Duty Cold War. My standings on it, do I think it's worth the money, and a little bit of an in-depth talk about each, part of it, like zombies, multiplayer, campaign, and then Warzone as well. I'll leave timestamps in. Actually, I won't leave them in the description. I'll post them on the screen right now. So you just go to whatever part you're the most interested in. If you're a zombies player, campaign guy, or multiplayer, just go to that part and then look at it and see if it's something you're interested. But without anything else, we'll just hop right into the multiplayer section. So first things first, I like the layout. It's very simple. Finding all your playlists and stuff is very easy. Loadouts, you get 12 loadouts, which is awesome. And you get to start with 10. I like that a lot. Having 5 was a pain in the ass. The score streaks, I think they're fine. I don't necessarily like this system. It's not a kill streak. It's like you just get them over time regardless. I was more of a fan of the kill streaks, but that's just my personal preference. I don't necessarily mind the new system, but I don't like it as much. I think there could be more operators. I'm sure more will come, but I think some of them are pretty basic, and a lot of them are like pretty much the same, which is kind of boring. But at the same time, I think more exotic ones will come out. Looking at like the stats and stuff, I do really like the combat record thing where you can click on different guns and see like the ranges that they're the best at. I think that's a really cool feature. I haven't seen that before. I haven't played a ton of CODs, but I've never seen that before in any like the combat records. I just think that part of it's really set up really well, and now we're just going to look at some gameplay and we'll continue talking about it some more. Alright, so first things first, I think the loading screens are solid. It doesn't make a big difference in the game, but when I think you make a good loading screen, it just adds a nice touch to it, especially, you're just not sitting in this boring thing looking at it every time. It's just a blank screen. I like that there's different cutscenes for each map. There's even different cutscenes for each team, like the way you're loading in right here. I think there's some pretty cool cinematics, and I'm overall impressed with the way you get into the games. Not that it makes a huge difference overall, but it was a nice touch they put into it. With the gameplay itself, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I think it's solid. I think the time to kill is maybe a little slow, just a tiny bit. I was a fan of how fast Modern Warfare was time to kill because feeds were a lot easier to get. That was the problem with games like BO4, is that it took forever to kill someone, so feeds are almost impossible to get because you had to spend, 8 bullets to kill someone rather than the 2 or 3 it takes in Modern Warfare. But I don't think it's that big of a difference from Modern Warfare, so I think it's still pretty solid. Kill-wise and being able to get feeds and stuff, because that's a big part of the game, putting up quad feeds with a sniper is awesome, but when you're getting hit markers and stuff, that kind of kills the vibe. Speaking of which, I don't like the snipers in this game. I'm not a fan of the one-shot kill ranges. Like, the best one is the Tundra, and it's chest, shoulders, and head. For how slow ADS is and how slow it shoots, I feel like you should at least be able to get the waist and up. I'm not saying you need to get one-shot kill everywhere, but with how slow the gun maneuvers, I think you should have a bigger one-shot kill zone. Maybe they'll come out with a new sniper at some point that has a bigger one-shot kill zone, because the Pelington and the Tundra are extremely similar. The Pelington's just slightly faster and the Tundra does slightly more damage. They're pretty much the same thing. And I'm not a big fan of that. I think there was room for a completely different sniper in the game. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the gameplay multiplayer. The maps are a lot different, and I like that. I am not a fan of the 3-lane maps like most other CODs. These are much more random and erratic, which I'm a fan of. I don't like the, like I said, most Call of Duty maps are 3 lanes. There's a big center lane and then 2 lanes on the outside that are flanks. If you just look at the kill streak here, you just look at that map, there's no 3 lanes, it's just random as shit. You got some dunes, you got some cliffs, like it's completely random, which I'm actually a big fan of. Some people might not be, but I am personally. I do really like the way they've done the maps. I think they need some more of them though. I'm sure more will come out, but I think they could have put a few more in for launch, at least selection wise. Cartel's ass though. If any of you guys like Cartel, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. It's the worst map I've ever played. They need to pay someone at Treyarch just to cut the damn bushes in Cartel. It's so bad. But anyways, that's kind of my multiplayer view. I'm pretty happy with it. Now we're going to move into some zombies, and we'll continue from there. Got me. Alright, guys. I'm going to be the first to say I'm not a big zombies player. I hardly played it in BO4. Hardly played it in BO3. I don't think... Did Modern Warfare even have zombies? If it did, I didn't play it. Like I said, I'm not a big zombies player, but I do actually enjoy the zombies. I feel like it's a it's a lot more friendly to the new zombies players. Like learning how to pack a punch and get some of the wonder weapons and stuff is a lot simpler than other CODs, which I do appreciate because like I said, I'm no expert at anything regarding zombies, but I do find it much easier to be able to figure stuff out, which I appreciate for someone that doesn't play it all the time and is not an expert in the zombies game. Um, Overall, I do think this is a solid zombies. I don't play it a ton, and I haven't played a lot of other COD zombies, but I do think this is really good, and that's what I've heard from a lot of other people as well. It's a bit of a change of pace, but that is good. You know, it's good to have something different every now and then, and I think they've done a really good job with it. I like the exfil thing. I think that's solid. There's just a lot that I do like about the zombies, even though I'm not a zombies person in COD. I'm playing multiplayer 90% of the time, but I do enjoy playing zombies in this, which to me makes a big difference. You know, for being a $60 game, it can't just be multiplayer. You know, I think having good other modes is very important if you're gonna make your game so expensive. You know, you put $60 for multiplayer just isn't worth it. But I think they've done a really good job with the zombies, and a decent job with the multiplayer as well, which makes the value seem more realistic to me, along with the fact that they have a campaign and stuff too. So, which I'm actually gonna head into right now. Alright guys, so I don't actually have any footage of that campaign. I don't have the space on my PS4 to download it. I just can't. I can't download the campaign. I have no storage left on my PS4. But with that said, without playing the campaign, I've read about it and stuff, did my research before I made this video. It sounds like a lot of people are very happy with it, and that's good news as well. Like I said, I hardly ever play a campaign. The only campaign I've ever played was World War II. Oh my God. I thought it was okay. I don't know, it's just time consuming, and it's just not my thing to play campaigns. So what do we do? But from the people that have played campaigns and do them a lot, I've heard that this is a really solid one. So those of you that do enjoy the campaigns, that's just another reason that you could want to buy this game. Damn. Now we're going to talk about Warzone for the last bit here, and then we'll get a general overview, and that'll be it. Alright guys, for Warzone, I'm disappointed. It's just Modern Warfare Warzone. I really thought they were gonna maybe make a Cold War Warzone where things were different maps and stuff like that. I'm disappointed with the Warzone aspect of the game, because it's not even part of Cold War. You know what I mean? It's not even new. Like, it's just Modern Warfare Warzone, which I find really disappointing. I think if they took some time. They already had the base elements of Warzone from Modern Warfare. They could at least just came out with a new map, maybe some things that are just a little bit different. It could be similar, but at least have something new. It's literally the exact same. Like I said, I am quite disappointed with the Warzone effort. I think it was a good addition in BO4 and Modern Warfare, and I don't know why they didn't make another one for Cold War. I'm upset about that. It doesn't add any value to the game because it's not part of the game. It's a different game, and they just threw it into Cold War, even though it's the same exact thing. So I'm frustrated with that. I'm sure a lot of other people are too. They haven't really done much with Warzone overall, and I think some people are starting to get burnt out with it. And I thought that Cold War was a good time to, you know what, hey, if we're not going to make a new map for Modern Warfare Warzone, let's just make a Cold War Warzone that's different, new map, all this stuff. And they just didn't, which I don't understand. I'm sure Treyarch has their reasons, but at the same time, I think they missed out on a good idea there by putting a new Warzone in. But I'm not in charge, and now we're just going to head into a general overview of the game. Real quick before we get into that general overview, which we'll get to in just a second, one thing I forgot to mention earlier is that the leveling in this game takes fucking forever. So those of you that are casual players and just want to get your guns high level and get them up to the meta and stuff real quick, it's gonna be a struggle for you. I have multiple hours in this game, and I don't even have one gun max, and I've been using it the entire time. It's definitely a grind. I can see both sides where it's a positive and a negative. It's a positive because now there's, the plateau you get to once you max all your guns out happens a lot longer now. It doesn't happen for a while. But at the same time, it takes forever to get to that point, which is almost too long. But I can see it both ways, and it's not a big deal. It just takes a lot longer to get them. So now we can head to this general overview. That's just one thing I wanted to mention before we get there. Okay, guys, just quick recap. I think the multiplayer is solid. I think the zombies is really good. Campaign I haven't played, but I've heard really good things about, and I am quite disappointed with the Warzone. But other than that, I think this is a solid Call of Duty. I think it is worth the $60. It's not just a multiplayer game. It's not just a zombies game. It's not just a campaign game. It has a lot going for it. The only thing that it is missing is that Warzone aspect that I think would really make it maybe even a top tier Call of Duty if it had a new Warzone. But I think it is just in the average to maybe above average Call of Duties. I would say above average. I put it in that category with like definitely maybe like BO4. It's a good Call of Duty. It's not great. I think it is worth the $60 overall, but I think they could have done things better, especially with the Warzone. The Warzone thing is pretty much the only thing me keeping it out of the great category is because they didn't do anything with it. But other than that, I do think it is a really solid game. It is worth your money, and I think you guys will enjoy it if you do buy it and end up playing it. And if you do, let me know, and we can play together on stream sometime. Let me know what you guys think of it personally down in the comments. And other than that, that's pretty much all I had. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys that haven't gotten the game and were thinking about it find this guide helpful. Like I said, I think it is worth the money personally. And other than that, guys, that's all I had. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and peace.